Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Go ahead and let us know who invited you here tonight. So who is your beauty consultant? Just drop her name below and then tell me, are you a powder foundation or a liquid foundation? Or I guess you could be a cream foundation kind of girl. Okay, powder, liquid, or cream, it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to be covering some different brushes tonight, so I thought I would maybe help you guys figure out which brush would be the best for your foundation application. So, comment, let us know who invited you, and then are you a powder, cream, or liquid foundation kind of girl? Okay, so today I get to share with you guys all about brushes, and you may or may not know a lot about brushes, but my goal is to teach you something new. So I want you guys to make me a deal. Can you promise to comment on this feed every time you hear something you didn't know? Because I want to be sure that the content I'm sharing with y'all tonight is just new info, something that is helpful, something you maybe didn't know about brushes before. So do we have a deal? I hope we do. Okay, awesome. Now, next thing I need you to do is grab a piece of paper, and you can just grab like a boring piece of paper, just a white sheet of paper, okay? Notebook paper out of your kid's spiral, whatever. Just grab a piece of paper, and on your piece of paper, I want you to write 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be for a super quick quiz at the end, but don't worry, you guys, it's going to be the easiest quiz you have ever taken in your whole life because I'm going to give you all the answers. So, super easy quiz, and don't worry, I will let you know when we are doing the quiz. It's not a pop quiz, okay? Like I said, it will be super easy. Now, while y'all are grabbing your piece of paper and writing your 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm just going to introduce myself real fast. My name is Lizzie Gregory. I started my Mary Kay business almost six years ago. I'm starting to lose track of time, but somewhere around there. And I would have never imagined when I started Mary Kay that I would have earned free vacations. My husband and I went to the Bahamas on an exquisite cruise courtesy of Mary Kay. We got to go to Disney World for a week because of a star prize I earned from Mary Kay. I would have never imagined ditching like my beater car, and now having earned on our 5th free car with Mary Kay. I would have never imagined working from Wi-Fi anywhere I wanted to, but here I am doing it. And you guys, I really fell in love with the flexibility of my Mary Kay business. Mary Kay was super flexible and it's super fun. And also the money. That was another reason I fell in love with Mary Kay, was the unlimited income potential. And you guys, I started during the holiday season just as a way to make a little extra money for the holidays. And I fell in love with Mary Kay. I went from a seasonal Mary Kay girl to a lifer Mary Kay girl. I was super busy. I was terrible at sales. I was probably like the shyest introvert ever. I couldn't think of anyone who would buy from me, but I knew I needed a change in my life. And as they say, nothing changes if nothing changes. And so I just decided to go for it. And y'all, my Mary Kay business has been the biggest blessing and a huge answer to my prayers. And I'm not going to talk about it much today, but if you're slightly intrigued, I want to challenge you to just do it, girl. Just do it. My biggest regret is that I didn't start sooner. And y'all, you can start right now for $30. $30 can absolutely change your life. Or worst case scenario, it can get you 50% off on your own products. So either way, I would say that's pretty life-changing, right? You know, it could be either way. So best case, vacations and cars and diamonds and financial freedom and freedom of your schedule and a total life changer. Worst case scenario, you get half price on all your own products. So either way, it's pretty good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump in. I'm so excited to teach y'all about makeup brushes. I'm a firm believer that knowing your brushes will really help you take your makeup to the next level. I think that having professional quality brushes really make a huge difference in your makeup application. Now, before we jump into each one of these brushes, what brush to use for what, I want to tell y'all a little bit about the difference in synthetic bristles and bristles made with real hair, like goat or pony hair, okay? So, often you will find that makeup professionals professional makeup artists, okay, they use goat or pony hair brushes because natural hair brushes pick up makeup much better than synthetic bristles do, okay? But what you do find with these natural hair brushes is that when they bind the hairs together and then put like the resin casing on the brush right here, okay, the hairs are prone to falling out because they're different lengths and they break loose. And so that's why you have some brushes that as you apply the product, you get those loose hairs stuck to your makeup and then you have to pluck them off. Okay, that's no fun. It doesn't mean that natural hair brushes are bad. It just makes them a lot less practical for the everyday woman applying her everyday makeup. It's just like a leather purse. You would need to care for that bag differently than a manufactured leather bag or leather jacket, anything like that, okay? It's just a different process. So synthetic bristles are a lot more practical for the everyday woman and her everyday makeup. Now, what I love about our Mary Kay brush set is that Mary Kay actually created something brand new when they created our brushes. So they made a synthetic bristle brush, but these brushes are actually laser cut to mimic natural hairs so that they do pick up the product just like a natural hair brush would do, but without all the fuss of having to care for a natural brush or pluck the natural hairs off your face, okay? So that is pretty cool what Mary Kay did by laser cutting the brushes. Now, another thing to know about natural hair brushes, and I have one right here so you guys can see the difference. This is a natural hair all over powder brush right here, and this is a synthetic bristle brush, so you can kind of get an idea of how they just look a little bit different, okay? But natural hair brushes are exclusively for dry product, powders, things like that. So a natural hair brush is not meant to cross over into your liquid or cream products. Now, a perk of synthetic brushes is that they can cross over into dry, liquid, or cream products. So this is going to allow you to have fun, get creative with your look and the finish of your makeup. So yesterday I actually used my all over powder brush to apply my liquid foundation, and it gives you a really soft, natural look, very like minimal coverage, which I liked. I thought that was fun. So you can cross your synthetic hair brushes over into different products as well to change up the finish of your look, okay? Now I do want to start with the brushes in our essential brush collection. So these are the brushes that you cannot live without. That's why they are the essential brush collection, okay? These you can't live without them. And then tonight they come packed in this super adorable clutch as a free gift for you. So this clutch makes your brushes super easy to travel with. They all fit inside the bag, and I think it looks really sleek and professional. You can keep all your brushes here and it looks really beautiful. So your essential brush collection comes with 5 brushes, which we're about to talk about, and then it comes with your clutch to house your brushes so they have a happy little home. And I think I put this in the wrong way. There we go. So it's a little better now. Okay, so there's your essential brush collection. Now we are going to go ahead and start with the powder brush. So this is the all over powder brush. You guys, these brushes are so soft. It's like a bunny kissing your cheek. Okay, so soft. And this all over powder brush has a very plush, full domed bristle that's designed to help you pick up and evenly distribute the right amount of face powder or bronzing powder. So this is really great to use with a mineral powder, a pressed powder, a translucent powder, or a bronzing powder, okay? Now, my 2 favorite ways to use this brush is to set my foundation with a translucent powder. So anytime, and this is my personal one, I just decided to grab it while we were talking. It's a little dirty. Okay, so anytime I put on my foundation, I always set it with the translucent powder just to make sure that it stays in place, especially like in Texas weather. You never know what kind of weather you're going to get. It might be 200 degrees outside. It might be pouring rain. It might be freezing cold. You never know. So anyway, I like to set my face with our translucent powder and our powder brush, okay? And then I also love to use this brush as like a magical blending brush. It's going to blend everything together and set your makeup for the day. I also love it to apply bronzer to my décolleté if you do want kind of that warm, glowy summertime look. Okay, it's a great brush to apply your bronzer. Okay, moving on to the next brush. So the next one's going to be our 3-in-1 cheek brush. This one is really, really fun to talk about, okay? So this brush has a really genius 3-in-1 shape, and it's designed to help you enhance, sculpt, and highlight your cheekbones without leaving really harsh lines, okay? So like, hopefully those don't look super harsh to you. I like it to be maybe a little more pronounced than some people would, but there's like my bronzer or my contour and my blush and my highlight kind of blended together, okay? And I use the 3-in-1 cheek brush to do that. So I use this long tapered edge here for more of a defined look when I apply my contour. Then I apply blush to my cheeks, the apple of my cheeks, usually using the angled side of the brush, which is this here. And then I use the shorter edge, okay, for more precision when I apply my highlighter. Now, I also want to point out to you guys, there's a little, and I feel like, well, yeah, you can kind of see it. There's a little divot there. And this divot was designed for your thumb so that you can get really precise application and blending when you apply your products. You can just put your thumb there and apply that way. So that divot is intended to use for your thumb to use. Okay, now let's jump to some eyeshadow brushes. Are you guys ready for eyeshadow brushes? So this is going to be our all over shadow brush, okay? This is your all over eyeshadow brush. Now, quick tip for you guys. When you are putting eye color on your brushes, you don't want to sweep your brushes in the color. Like you don't want to do like this, okay? You actually want to tap your brushes into the color. And this is going to deposit product onto multiple layers of the brush so that as you pat or sweep your product onto your eye, there's extra layers of product there. Now, I like to have several of these brushes, okay? I use one for all over color, I like to use one for blending, and I like to use one for a bright color on the inner corner of my eye. So that's just my personal preference. You can never have too many of these. This brush is a perfect medium size, and then it has a tapered shape to it, which is going to help the brush fit naturally into those corners of your eyelid. It does have really flexible bristles, and that's going to allow you to get a really pretty blended look and diffuse the edges, okay? Now the next brush I want to show you is our eye crease brush. You'll see that this brush has a really great angled tip, so it's going to perfectly settle into the crease of your eyelid, and you can use a different color there to create dimension. Now my favorite color that I would put any kind of soft color there, but my personal favorite color to put in the crease is hazelnut. It's a very light matte brown. Usually what I wear in the crease, today I'm wearing Dusty Rose, which is that pink color. And you guys, you just take your eye crease brush and tap it in and then sweep it side to side, kind of like almost like a windshield wiper, okay? And this is going to allow you to create dimension, okay? So with this brush, I always recommend starting in the outer corner of your eye and sweeping inward along the crease with the long bristles in the crease, okay? Or you could pat or stamp the color directly into the crease, okay? Just kind of pat like that, or even on its side, okay? But I like to apply like this. And then you can use your your all over shadow brush, okay, to go ahead and blend and diffuse any harsh lines. So this eye crease brush is just designed to give you some depth. Now, if you already have depth to your eyes, like maybe you have hooded eyes or deep set eyes, you would just want to take this brush and start a little bit above your natural crease so that that color doesn't disappear. I do have deep set eyes, and so you'll notice that my crease color does come above my crease so that you still see it even when my eyes are open, okay? Okay, moving on to our next brush. This might be my favorite brush in our entire Essential collection. I cannot live without this one. It is our eye smudger brush. I love this brush so much. So this is the magical brush that I use underneath my eyes on that lower lash line to create a softened look so it doesn't look sharp or harsh. Now, this one has a very dense tapered tip, which is designed to help you create those detailed accents around your eye. So you can use this one to smudge your eye color or even your eyeliner on that upper lash line to get a smoky look. I also like to use this brush to highlight the inner corner of my eye. So I keep two to kind of dab a brighter color in there. I use one for darker colors and one for a lighter highlight color. Okay, so this brush is fantastic. Like I said, it's great for those kind of outer corners, lower lash line, as well as the inner corner, anywhere where you want a little bit more packed, a little bit more noticeable, I guess, color. Okay, it's going to allow you to kind of pack that color in. Okay, next. Well, actually, okay, let me just show you again. This is the Essential Brush Collection, okay? You've got your powder brush, your cheek contour highlight brush, your all over shadow brush, your crease brush, and your smudger brush, okay? So this is the all over, oh my gosh, I can't talk. Essential Collection. It comes with your clutch for $56, okay? Okay, well now I do want to talk about some of our add-on brushes, okay? So these are brushes that I think everyone should have. These kind of help with the extra things, okay? But they are not a part of our Essential Collection. So these are your add-on brushes. Now, I'm going to start with my favorite of the add-on brushes, and that is our blending brush. I cannot live without this eyeshadow brush, okay? This is the brush that I use to blend everything. You guys, you can create any eyeshadow look you want if you blend good enough, okay? You can fix any eyeshadow issue by blending. Blending is the answer. So I love a good blending brush. I often use this to apply color in my crease, okay? Now I know I use the eye crease brush, but then a lot of times I'll go over it with the blending brush to kind of blend everything out and keep it from having any sharp lines or edges, okay? This blending brush is absolutely magical. I could not do my eyeshadow without it. Best brush, okay? Now, I also want to show you our eyebrow / eyeliner brush. Now, I love multi-use things, so I love that this brush has multiple uses, okay? It does have your spoolie brush, which is this end here. It's great for brushing through your brows or blending your brows if you have kind of harsh pencil lines that don't look natural and you want to soften them. This is going to do that, okay? Now you can also use this tip here, the spoolie brush tip, to comb through your lashes and make sure that they are perfectly placed, especially if you have lash extensions, okay? And then we have the angled tip here, and I personally love this end for applying eyeshadow to my brows to fill them in. I have very sparse brows. So yeah, I love to fill them in with eyeshadow, so I use this tip to do that, okay? But if you ever want to turn your eyeshadow into an eyeliner, a quick tip would be to use this angled tip. Just spray it with a little bit of our finishing spray, okay? And then dip it into your eyeshadow and then apply it like you would eyeliner, and that is going to make color that really, really stands out and allow you to create your own eyeliner color. Okay, the last of our extra brushes that is an eye brush is going to be our cream color brush. So this is another magical brush. I have multiples of it because I use it so often. Now you may notice this brush has kind of a different shape to it. So this brush was actually designed to mimic the shape of your finger. So it is shaped similarly to a finger. Isn't that so cool? So this brush is great to use for concealers, okay? It's great to use for your cream or liquid eyeshadows. It's one of those that's great to blend in, like if you have a color correcting stick and you want to blend in those smaller areas like near your nose, okay? But this one will blow your mind. You can also use this brush for your lips. So you can use it to blend your lipstick or wipe the brush onto your lipstick and then apply to your lips. So this is a fabulous brush for all your cream or liquid products for sure. Okie dokie. So we're going to jump into foundation brushes now. So I've got two fabulous foundation brushes to show you, and that is our liquid foundation brush and our blending brush. Okay, so this is when you want to think back to when we talked about powder, cream, or liquid, and I'm going to tell you what I like to use to apply each. Okay, so for my powder girls, if you said you're a powder girl, our all over powder brush is perfect for applying your powder foundation. Okay, so this is going to be your BFF when it comes to foundation application. But we also have our liquid foundation brush and our blending brush. So our liquid foundation brush, I'm going to start with this one. This probably is the one I use the most often. Okay, this is perfect if you are looking for like that flawless airbrushed look for your face. I just dot the product onto my face and then I work from the center out, blending the product as I go. Now, when I'm in a rush and I don't want to break out all my different tools, I will use this brush to blend my concealer too, because it does fit under the eye very well. So this brush I personally love with any of our liquid foundations. I use it with our CC cream. I like it with our Time Wise foundation. And I do think that this brush is the best for applying our cream to powder foundation. So if you do like a creamy foundation, this is going to be your brush. Okay, I love this one. Now, the other brush I wanted to talk about was our blending brush. And this is another brush you would use for your liquid foundations like your CC cream or your Time Wise foundation. But the difference between this brush and your liquid foundation brush is that this one is going to pack a little more product so you get better coverage. So I use this when I do want more coverage from my foundation. Sometimes I use this brush to blend in my CC cream, and then I use this brush on top for a liquid foundation if I want maximum coverage. Okay, this brush, the blending brush, is really, really great for sorry, let me put that brush away. Okay, this brush is really, really great for minimizing your pores. So if you have larger pores and you do want them to look smaller, this is going to help minimize the appearance of your pores when you have your foundation on. Okay, so those are our brushes. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking like, okay, which ones do I really need? And I'll tell you guys, as a pro, you really need them all, at least one of each, okay? Maybe 2 or 3 of some of them. If you noticed, there was not one brush that I do not use. I seriously use them all. And it may take some practice, but y'all, good brushes, good tools are really going to amp up your makeup game because you're going to have that flawless finish, diffused lines, soft application, nothing that looks really heavy or choppy or not blended, okay? So, we do have a flash sale for you guys, and I am pulling it up. There we go on the screen there. So this is tonight's sale for y'all, okay? So don't miss this. You have 24 hours to claim this deal. You can get your essential brush collection, which is these 5 brushes: the powder brush, cheek brush, all over shadow brush, crease brush, and smudger brush. Okay, now when you get that set tonight, it also comes with your super cute clutch. Sorry, this is a perfect home for your new super soft brushes. And yes, you're gonna love having a little adorable clutch as their home. Okay, and then you get to choose one of your foundation brushes, or I guess I'll just throw in any extra brush. Really, you should probably get a foundation brush. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, but you could also do one of the eyeshadow brushes if you wanted one of the extra brushes I showed you, like the eyebrow brush, the cream color brush, or the blending brush at half price. Okay, so I just decided to add that in there. I know it says foundation brush, but we'll give you any of the extra brushes at half off. Okay, so that is that. So if you're a liquid girl, get either one, depending on, how much coverage you want. If you're a cream girl, definitely get the liquid foundation brush, okay? Okay, we're getting close to wrapping things up, but y'all remember I asked you to grab a piece of paper and write 1 through 4 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So are y'all ready for your super quick quiz where I give you all the answers. Okay, you ready? So number one is, did you have fun? So right next to number one, just put yes. I'm sure you all had fun, right? Hopefully. So just write yes. And if you really liked me, you can put some hearts and smileys and stuff, okay? Okay, number two on the easiest quiz you've ever taken, you're just going to write just me or free. Okay, so number 2, you're going to write just me or free. So just me is going to be a one-on-one individual consultation with your beauty consultant. We can talk skincare, makeup, whatever you want, okay? And free, that's what most people choose because that's how you can get more brushes or other products for free or at a discount by virtually sharing your beauty consultant with a few of your friends at a beauty bar. Y'all, it's super fun and super easy. So number 2, just me or free, okay? Number three, out of all the brushes, I want to know which ones you loved the most. So is it the Essential Collection? Is it some of the add-on brushes? Is it a combo of both? So for number 3, you're going to write the brushes that you loved most, okay? Okay, number 4. Now, I did not tell you guys much about a Mary Kay business, okay? We didn't really talk about it a ton, but y'all, it's so much fun. We're working from Wi-Fi. We have amazing options for you to get started. So we're just going to pretend I told you about all of that, okay? And maybe you watched what I did tonight or what your consultant did tonight and you're like, well, that looks super easy. Like all she did was send me a link and have me watch a video and now she's taking all my money because I want everything. So I just want to know if you were an A, a B, or a C. So let me explain. So number 4, you're going to write A, B, or C. I'm going to tell you what those mean, okay? So A is absolutely, Lizzie, order me a starter kit, $30, let's do it. I'm ready to save money and make money, okay? That's A. There you go. Okay, now also you do have some other options when you start, so you can choose which one is best for you, but $30, like you probably spent that on Target, right? Yeah, anyone on throw pillows? Okay, B is, you got me excited, but I have a couple questions I would love to have answered. Okay, so B is, but I have a couple questions. And then C is, Lizzie, you are cute, but I want to pay full price and be a customer for now, okay? So number 4, you're going to write C, B, or A. C is, I want to stay a customer. B is, but I have some questions. And A is, absolutely, let's do it, $30, let's get started. Okay, so you guys, that was your quiz. Super easy, right? So be sure to send a picture of your quiz to your beauty consultant, okay? That's going to help her follow up with you best. And y'all, I had so much fun with y'all talking all things brushes and beauty tools. I am going to put your deals up on the screen again. There we go. Just so you guys can see those one last time. I hope y'all had fun. Hopefully you learned something new about brushes that you didn't know before. You know, our hope as beauty consultants is to educate you so you know how to use your products. We never want you to have a sink full of stuff you don't know how to use. Okay, so feel free to rewatch this later. Play with your new brushes while you watch it. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and hopefully we will see you again at another event very soon.